Hello everyone, welcome back to Chess Visors. The road to 2300 challenge, day 5. So without any further delay, let's get started with the seek. So I'm going to seek as usual 10 plus 5, but this time I'm going to throw this custom options and see what happens if the custom option doesn't bring the opponent. Let's go for the typical 10 plus 5 thing. So let's seek the opponent. Actually, last game, day 4, I guess, it was a nice win for us. So let's see what we are going to do today. So 10 plus 5, 2163 between 2663. Okay. As usual, I think the leeches will not allow us to get the pairings, I guess. Hmm. Just a moment while it is seeking. I'll just try to adjust my video a little bit. All right. Yeah, as usual. As usual, let's go and click 10 plus 5 directly. It is just that I want to play with some better opponents so that the game will be challenging. Okay, I'm not saying this low rated players are not challenging or challengeable, but still I want to play with the higher rated players. Oh my god, why is it taking time? Close to 41,000 players are online. 6,000 players are just online. They are not playing. Oh, we got the pairing. Bombs. Bomb C60. Well, I'll go C knight C6 if he plays E4, and if he plays D4, then I go knight F6. So looking to play the Nimzovich, and if here with knight F6, I can go not now after D4. So that will be Nimzo Indian I'm trying to play, but now we'll start with knight C6. I'm expecting him to play pawn to D4 so that I can hit him in the center. So yeah, so I'm expecting him to push the pawn forward. Yeah, knight c e7, all these things are commonly played moves, and here yeah, c4 is the most common move which I am expecting him to play. And so some of the ideas in this position for white is to be prepared to kick the knight when I play knight j6, but I don't think he is going to play that move. Looking at this great center, if he plays this now, and I'm going to chop it because of the knight and the queen is controlling. Oh, I think he has played this before, I guess. So now, unfortunately, I cannot go bishop c5. So don't blend the bishop now. So b4 followed by bishop b6, trap the bishop. I want to eliminate this bishop and put the pawn on d6, or exchange the bishop, I should say. But now this is what it is. Anyway, I'll just develop the knight and hit the pawn. And I need to figure out this bishop. I don't want the bishop to stay in this quadrant of the board or half of the board. And now for that I need to play, I think, a5 and then bishop c5 pawn d6 idea. a5 will permanently damage this a5, I mean b5. The knight can come into the play later. Oh, now, okay, not a pin. I thought bishop c5, if he plays pawn to b4, oh, I can play bishop d4 pinning down. Yeah, excellent. Thank you so much. If you play this move, if you even defend, I'm just gonna, you know, it's already kind of, you know, bit of a problem on e4, I believe, because the knight is defending e4, and now whether he is going to defend the knight or the pawn. So this is like, spending so much of tempo in moving the pawn. So that's not recommended in general, right? So you should something, pay for your, this, breaking the principle. You're not breaking the principle, like, the only thing is, it is like, I think these pawn moves are coming under the category called unnecessary pawn moves. So please avoid the unnecessary pawn moves while during the opening. Okay, you could have developed any piece, and he didn't see this bishop d4, which I saw. That's why he is taking time now. Well, I think I can simply take here. Well, I have to calculate because If I take and then I go here and take and queen e2, queen e2, and then I drop back bishop here, I castle. Rook e1 is a8 coming. I think it's good to capture this right away because now the bishop is hit, which I forgot. The bishop is hit. I'm gonna play pawn d6, castles next move, and then pawn to f5. We are really good out of the opening. We won a pawn. We don't have any problem in terms of development, I believe. So we are good. That's really a nice what do you say? Nice developing options we got without without any problem, I believe. Generally, when you play as white player, you just try to restrict black's developing moves or ideas, like putting pressure on his like restricting him basically. But because of his last few moves, he lost that idea. Maybe I'll just play pawn to d6. My knight is safer for the time. I can simply drop back if any threat comes, but now the e5 is very solid. Also f4 is completely vulnerable. Hmm. I would like to sack the knight, but there is no point in doing that. But I do have pawn to f4 here. I mean knight to f4, sorry. So I am going to drop the knight back. And there is no knight f3. Remember, there is a fork. So, oh, okay, that is bishop takes f6, queen takes f6, and then they can take on here. Okay. Maybe I should castle. Let's castle. But the bishops are looking very strong, I guess. If he goes like pawn to g4 and stuff, maybe we will have some problem, but our development is not very bad. So we will in a position to meet all these threats and as well as create the counter threats. Okay, he stops that move. Well, he did not stop it completely. Well, I can play this move and this move. If he plays the takes the bishop, and I'm very happy. So let's go knight h5 and then knight to f4. I really like this move. So I'm expecting him to play this castle or pawn g3. On g3, I go knight. Oh, I cannot play that move. Sorry. I thought of landing here. Let's go. So next up, we will be able to play pawn to f5, queen to g5. The attacking moves are very natural. I don't have to, you know, think about any idea of attacking him. So it's all very natural attack here. Already there are a lot of ideas of sacrificing some minor pieces to open up the position and play rook f6 because I play this positions, I mean this kind of positions many times. So it's a general idea when you have this knight on f4 and there is no key defender around the king side. So I think it is even better if I insert this pawn f5. It's because sometimes the queen wants to go f3 and try to this. Yeah, this is what it is. Hmm. Could be a fork option, but we would be able to recognize that threat, I guess. Can we just play pawn to b6 and a5? I don't know, but the bishop is not developed, so can we help him? So how I'm going to help him? Well, I just play this f5. Let the bishop be here only. I'll develop it on d7. So I'm looking to do some kind of desperado maybe. But then when I take on g2 or h3, the queen itself can take. That's the problem. Oh, I can go queen g5 in the next move. Queen g5 and then pawn here. So watch out for this mating attacks. So rook f6, rook g6 is also fine, I believe. I don't know. So let's see. So how to play against the bishop pair could be the topic of this game, I believe. Let's see. Bishops are really strong. I should capture one of them, but at the time this dark square bishop is not doing much. So wow, the bishop is kind of defending e2. Now I can provoke this move. Oh, that's what he calculated, I believe. So queen g5, and then play here, and then try to do something. But I don't want to play this move really, because it's just going to open up this bishop's diagonal. Maybe we can, or I can wait for another 2 3 moves with a developing move such as bishop d7, rook f6, rook f8, and rook g6, rook h8. Sorry, rook f6, rook g6, rook h6 ideas. Okay, he pins me now. Which I didn't see this coming. Uh, I think I'll just play this bishop d7, because there is pawn g3, but then I can take on h3 with a check, and then I can play queen to g4. Yeah, and even I had this move. Okay, he captures. I didn't see this coming. It's a kind of a bad, structure for us now. Let's exchange the queens off the board. Kind of opposed. Otherwise, you have to, yeah. Well, yeah, I will. I think he has to play pawn to f3. Otherwise, I'm gonna throw this pawn on f3 and ruin the structure and do something later. Okay, he played it. Thank you so much. And now the square is available for us to infiltrate. So this guy already moved for castling. So why don't we bring this guy? Maybe I will just play this guy because sometimes I want to go a5 and then take and open up this a file. Thank you so much. Let us force him, because now the thing is, if you take, then I can take and push the pawn, and I can connect the pass pawn. So this is really dangerous. It's already winning, I believe, but I should not blunder anything, like, which I allowed, like the bishop to c1, and then the knight was captured by the bishop. Sometimes later he would be able to play this undermining move, but I would like to capture the pawn, and then he has a very, weak pawn, and what do you say, the fractured structure, the ruined pawn structure, I should say. So in a way that is going to help us in the end game. So already we passed 30 minutes recording. Wow. Okay, I think I played a bit fast today. Okay, captured it. Let's go. Go, go, go. All right. That's all. This is long time problem, and now I'm gonna play a5. Open up this line. Go after the second rank, and then bring the king along the dark squares, and this is very easy winning for us. Woohoo. Maybe I take a screenshot from here. Yeah, I'll just take the screenshot for for the thumbnail purpose. So this is a winning idea or the plan. I'm just saving the screenshot. Just a moment before we respawn. It is day 4, chess visors day 4. So CWD4. Great. What is this bishop is exactly doing here? If I play a5, other than pushing, if he pushes, I'm very happy, because this will be, oh, he's trying to create some kind of blockade or something. I don't know. If he pushes the pawn, I'm not going to respond. I mean, maybe I can go here. And if he plays this move, then I'll just lock down the position and try to infiltrate or work on the king side and the center. And I'm going to bring the king and challenge this bishop. Okay, meantime, I need to protect this h6 that is not defended, right? Well, here we are. If I push this, okay, there is no use. The queen side is locked. So this is a typical plan in the nim zone. So I'm trying to protect this h6. I mean h7 by pushing it forward. So here we go. Okay, thank you so much for the pinning. So coming into the self pin is really dangerous sometimes. Oh, he is trying to stop me, which I didn't see. Okay, fine. Okay, got it, my dear. I'll just bring the rook and add more pressure onto this square. Let him take, and I'll try to grow here maybe while protecting the dark squares. Now the king is, well, what is up to? Can I sack the rook? Which is really possible, but I don't want to take the risk. Now we have this couple of weak pawns, so I'll try to go here and here, and he'll target us, but that's not a possibility having this pass pawn. So really, actually, that's an extra pawn. Even if we down in this situation, down a pawn in this situation, I don't think we will have a problem in converting this. There are some ideas like pawn to c5 and then takes, pawn to here, takes, weakening my structure and trying to do something on the weak pawn. But that will take a lot of time, I believe. I don't know, that's 10 plus 0 was really pressurized, or maybe this game is easy because I didn't take much time. So 6 minutes, 19 seconds are there with the 5 seconds in hand. So it's really comfortable time to play to this position. Oh. Mhm. Okay, the plan changes now. Obviously, I don't want to close down the position. Don't blunder it by playing this move, and then you'll have to reroute the rook and then play and break it. So rather, you just bring the king and stop this pawn. And now we are just trying to win with the king itself. I don't think we need the rook's help in this position because the rook is doing the blockading thing. We'll just put the king and try to win the game. But I believe he's going to play this move, but then gonna hit the pawn. We move, then there is king g3 and then king to f3, king f2. This is lost. If the king ever moves back towards the defense of the pawn or protecting or preventing the pawn queening, then I have this Pac-Man mode. Just go and grab all the pawns, which is weak, not protected by any pawn. So the general definition goes like this. So any pawn is not protected by a pawn. It's a weak pawn. So you need to attack it. So that's what I've been doing since the beginning of the endgame, I believe. The pawn is hit. So defends it. I am gonna infiltrate the position now. Well, sometimes not sometimes, most of the king and pawn in games, the king is going to be the heroic piece. So you should remember this. Activating the king and no. Oh, okay. If you take, I'll take that. That's what he says. What if I attack you? You have to blockade it, and then after king f2, what is that you are going to do about it? There is no king move. Just take the rook. If you throw this check, and it's well and good because I just go and attack the queening square. We keep trying to give checks. You'll need one more tempo to do that. So in the meantime, I can bring the queen. So Anytime I'm expecting a resignation from here, so this is the right moment for my opponent to recognize or realize the idea behind this endgame. Well, you not to give up the game immediately. You can play until the checkmate because you will never know when your opponent is going to blunder, right? Hmm. Now his idea is very simple. If I play this move, then he is gonna check me, and I cannot go here. I need to have to protect the pawn, so I'll just hit the rook once more. And when he comes back, I'm not going to play the same move again. So he has to move. Oh, I think still I can play. Otherwise, I can push the pawn. So what is most interesting? Go and just promote it. Yep. So there is no rook in the corner now. So the rook is hit. It has to go, and that's what I told. You need a one tempo for me to, or you have to, you will need a one tempo to threaten the king with a check. He could have tried the other ways. I mean, other way, like pinning down the pawn, maybe bringing the king back. That could be an idea. Oh, he resigned the game. Well, we won our fifth game. So anyway, this rating is provisional. So I'm not taking these games into the consideration because once we hit the stabilization of the rating. So once we play like 15 days or 15 games or 20 games, and then our game is, I mean, our rating is going to get stabilization or stabilized. So after that, we are going to continue pushing the rating from there. So let's quickly go through the game. Oh, you already analyzed. We played with more accuracy rate. Oh, I made two mistakes. I don't think that's kind of a losing mistake or something. Yeah, this is a mistake because I told you because of bishop c4. But I realized queen h4 was a good move because there is no fork thanks to this check idea. So yeah, b4 and then here the game was equal and then after bishop d2 is a mistake. So knight g2. Oh, why we think about this move? But still we are gonna get the pawn though. Nobody is going to play like this. We'll get the pawn and then maybe he will try to challenge the piece. Maybe I don't know. Takes, and then I just castle pawn d6 as usual plan. Bishop d2 is a mistake. Okay, so this is where I felt okay. I don't think we made a mistake here. So knight hf4. Oh, f5, it wants to play f5. Oh, f5 f4 idea and then f3. Wow. This is also looking nice. It's not bad at all. So we had queen h4. Okay, queen h4 idea. Queen f3. Okay, queen g5 is error because of this pin. But still we are better only. Positionally we are better. And this move, it's very natural move. Me also recommended while playing this, right? I mean, but why is not a good move? Because you are giving up this square permanently. And then I use that oh, this is an error. Wow. What was the move then? King f7. Oh, let him take. Okay, I believe in my level it's not a mistake. Okay. Like now Grandmaster Vishnu Prasanna used to tell there are certain mistakes are allowed in certain levels. So I believe that's not a mistake for me, I believe. So a4, h6, and then king f1, king f7. It's all very clean, I would say. I don't know what he is up to. Just capture. So I thought he is going to. I mean, who is going to do the impasse on here? If you do that, then this is all of a sudden okay. King takes e3. But still we are winning because of this weak pawns, I believe, and our king and queens, I mean rook's position. But it's very clean, I would say, and very simple, in fact. And from here onwards, it's just very clean. So this is where my opponent resigned. I hope you like this or like this, review as well as the gameplay and my thought process. And I hope you learned one or two things from this. And if you do so, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Chessvisor. And yeah, I will see you in the day 6 challenge of the 2300 road to 2300. And as usual, this is Chessvisor, your wise choice to improve your chess.